Alright everybody, on this video, since we cannot go camping right now, we are going to bring the trailer out. We're going to give it a little bit of a bath since it's kind of been neglected for most of the winter time. And we're also going to tell you a little bit about our 2018 JAYCO 267 BHSW. So stay tuned. Let's go ahead and show you guys the inside of our 267 BHSW. Alright everybody, welcome to inside our trailer. Like I said, we have a 2018 JAYCO JayFlight SLX 267 BHSW. Let's show you around here a little bit on why this trailer is a perfect fit for our family. Alright, so as we come in here, we're going to come back to our bunkhouse setup here. Now, this is what the BH stands for. We do have a double bunk in here. Each bunk is rated for at least 300 pounds. So at least 300 pounds on the top. And JAYCO also says up to 600 pounds on the bottom. So these bunks can handle a lot of weight and a lot of, even for storage, can handle a lot on there. Now, typically, we don't carry much to anything in there while we are traveling. But we do have two teenagers and they sleep in there just fine. We also have a couple of adult guests that come and frequently hang out and stay with us. And they'll sleep in the bunks too, and it's been really good this first year that we've had it. As you can see, you've also got the teddy bear bunks, which are, or the teddy bear cushions, which are the brown pieces there. Then we also went to Costco and got 3-inch memory foam toppers to put on top of them. And that seemed to do the trick to make it a little bit comfortable for sleeping. My kids and even my adult people that have slept in the bunks have nothing to say but good things about how they slept in there. So it's a good setup. Alright, so on the right side of the bunk you've got the bathroom. This was one of the reasons that we liked this model and this setup is that you've got the vanity and you've got the sink outside the bathroom, which means somebody can be in the bathroom doing their business, taking a shower, and somebody else could be out here, you know, brushing their teeth, you know, washing their face, washing their hands, and not interrupt those two spaces. So it's good to have those things separate and independently. So we'll go in here to the bathroom, and now we're here in the bathroom. We've got a shower set up, the toilet in here. Like I said, the vanity's outside the bathroom, so this is all you have in there. You've got your vent, and then you've got the vent there to equalize the temperature in here when you're using the heater, the AC. This is the standard fan that comes in here. Hopefully this year we will be looking at replacing that with a Fantastic or a Max fan, but still haven't gotten that far yet. But that is the bathroom. So as we turn back around here, we've got our dinette. We put a tablecloth on the top of it just to keep everything nice and pristine. We did like the dinette version, not the U, just the traditional dinette. This was something that my wife was very partial to wanting. So it was another plus for us for getting this model. Each seat also has storage underneath. You do have to lift the seat. I know the newer models of these trailers, the 2020s, actually had pockets on the ends here that had doors that you can access the storage that way. This dinette also will go down, and this will become a bed as well. So if you needed to sleep another 1 to 2 people, that's another option. Oh, so let's come over here to the Jacknife sofa. Some people like this, some people don't. Some people would rather have like a double recliner kind of setup here. It all depends on kind of what your, you know, what kind of camping you do, how many people you take with you, if that's kind of your thing. The cool thing with the Jacknife sofa is you can sit a couple extra people. You can sit here and watch TV if you wanted to, and it's fairly comfortable as long as you're not sitting on the edge. This thing also, the beauty about this is that with just one fell swoop, you've now got an instant bed that somebody could sleep on. So with these setups, you could hypothetically fit 2 people in the bunks, 2 people on top, 2 people on bottom, at least 1 to 2 people on the dinette, 1 to 2 people here, and then 1 to 2 people in the front, which we'll take a look at here in a minute. So hypothetically, if you had to, at worst case scenario, you could sleep as many as 10 people in this trailer, which makes it very versatile. We have before slept at least 6 or 7 in here comfortably, and we've made it work. So we like having that versatility, and the Jacknife sofa is a great way for us to be able to do that. Now the other cool thing I want to show you about the Jacknife, if you also kind of saw that when I converted it out, it also has a big storage area underneath of it here. This is where we personally keep all of our pillows, all of our extra blankets, and yes, we are kind of blanket whores. We love to have extra blankets, and my wife has done a great job at making a lot of these blankets and having them ready for us at any point in time. But great storage underneath here for sure. Now let's talk about the entertainment section here in the front of the trailer. You've got 2 cabinets on the top where you can store stuff. We have put a 32-inch TV in here. That is pretty much the biggest TV that you can put in here. It did not come with the trailer. We went to Best Buy, bought everything for less than $100 with the mount and everything, and was ready to go. And then we followed all of our connections down in this little pocket down here, where you've got 110 and cable, and you've also got a 12-volt DC connection that you can put a little pocket inverter on to hook up to your TV if you weren't hooked up to shore power. The stereo that comes with it, it's okay. It plays music. It does what it needs to do. Nothing big to write home about. And then we've got our cabinet down here, and this will not look typical to most of these cabinets because the shelves were not put in here. We actually made and fabricated those, but it makes it a lot easier to put more things in this space, because without the shelves in here, you're pretty limited on what you can put in here. Alright, so we've got our counter space. Our sink is elevated. I know the 19 and 2020 models now have the recessed ones, which I wish we would have had, just because then you can put a topper on the top there and have more prep space. That is pretty much the only thing that I really am not really stoked about this trailer on, is that there is not a lot of prep space for you know, getting food ready and stuff like that. That sink pretty well takes up most of the counter space in here. 3-burner stove here. Like I said, the newer ones, they have nice flashy neon lights and look a little bit more sophisticated, but at the end of the day, it can boil water. It can, you know, make anything you need. It works just fine. Also got the oven down there. I don't even think we've used that yet while we've been out camping. The other big thing I like about this area down here is, you know, you got the door and you open it up and you can fit your garbage down here. This was a big bonus for my wife. She does not like having the garbage out and about in the trailer. To have somewhere dedicated where we can put it away, shut it, and then you don't see it is kind of worth its weight in gold. Everything looks nice and clean. Okay, and then we've got our refrigerator here. It is gas and electric. Works both ways on propane and on electric. You tell it what you want it to do. You open it up here. It's pretty decently sized. Usually we can fit at least 4 to 5 days worth of food in here, no problem. We tend to bring a little bit more than we need typically, but this space works out just fine. The other cool thing with this as well is that you've got the doors are metal, which means they're magnetic. You can hang stuff. We've got our to-do list, things that we need to fix, or you know what we're going to be eating or whatnot. You can hang stuff up here with ease. Pantry space here. Pardon the mess, but it's pretty good. The shelves are removable because you've got that. If you can see it there, you've got that rack there. You can use this to kind of hang clothes up with. I think we're going to probably look at doing some more shelves or some different shelving in here just to kind of, you know, make stuff a lot more usable. This is a very deep pantry, and I think the space would be better served if we could organize it a little bit better. So not too bad. We got this other one up here. We kind of keep just a couple of things up here. We keep the notebook for the trailer up here. It's got all the manuals for all the different equipment in here. We always like to keep that in here with the trailer in case anything goes wrong. I've always got access to that. And then down low here, it's just another little catch-all. We got a step stool in here. Usually we carry bottles of water down here. So, you know, it's got nice storage, that is for sure. The other good thing in here is there is a plethora of lights. There's at least 2 there over the dinette and over the sofa. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the main galley area here. Another one, another light over the vanity. And you can't really see it, but each bunk also has its own light. The bathroom has a light, and then we've got 3 to 4 lights in the front area as well. So this thing can be lit up fairly well at night. Not an issue there. The only thing that I am gonna tell you is a little bit annoying is, and maybe this is just whatever for me, but one of the things that's annoying is how dark these windows are. These are extremely tinted. JAYCO does that on purpose. So it kind of reflects a lot of the light out of here, but it also, what the heck? But it also makes it really dark in here. Like right now, it's a nice sunny day outside. I've got all the windows open and all the shades up, and this place should be just gleaming with light right now, and it really isn't. It's not terrible. I mean, the idea is the trailer
should not be the destination. The destination should be the destination, you know. It's just a mode to get you to being able to do the things that you want to do. So is it completely a deal breaker that it doesn't get too light in here? No. I've got lights for that. It's not that big of a deal. But it is something just to kind of take note of. If you're wanting a lot of natural light throughout the day, this trailer for some reason just is not very naturally lit. You know, just kind of one of the observations. So you can see, you know, it's fairly lit, but I feel, you know, maybe if all the windows weren't completely tinted, maybe it might let a little bit more light in.
All right, so let's take you into the front area here. So this is the master bedroom area. You've got the cabinets up there on both sides. This cabinet on the left hand side has got a hanging closet up there. No shelving in here at all, but this will be something that we will look at down the road at maybe putting a little bit more shelving into. You've also got 110 plugs on each side. No USBs in this thing. I'm assuming some of the newer models probably have the USB in them. In this setup here, you do have a camper queen, which means the width is where it should be. The length is just cut down a little bit. We are both, me and my wife are both under 5'7", 5'8", so we don't have any problems with that. Like I said, you've got the two push lights there from the top, and then we've also got another light up here as well. You've got the vent for the heat and the AC up there, as well as another one at the foot of the bed. The bed also has the elevation where you can store everything and get easy access into the pass-through there. So yeah, not bad. So we'll come through the other side here, and this is my wife's end of the closet. See if we can lighten this up a little bit. It did come with a couple of shelves in here. They are removable, but they're working out pretty good. And then also for storage up here, you've also got this this little, you know, shelf above the bed here. We went to the dollar store and got these little basket things, and they tuck in there real nice. I typically keep most of my clothes up there, especially when we're just going out for a weekend, 3 or 4 days. I'll come in the trailer, just chuck everything in there, and then I kind of know where everything is. So that's kind of how we utilize that space. All right, so now let's talk about our pass-throughs. We've got the one pass-through that comes all the way through the front. It can fit a normal sized. So we've got two totes that take up a majority of this side. It fits our carpet and our leveling blocks in here. There's actually a ton of room in this front pass-through. You can definitely fit a lot down here. We have yet to be able to need to utilize all this space, and obviously with front pass-throughs, they're always a work in progress with organization and, you know, kind of how you set them up. So okay, and now we've got the back pass-through, or it's not really pass-through, this is just the back storage. And this is where we keep our chairs. We keep our table, and we also keep our camp kitchen, and our Blackstone is also in here. We also have a collapsible little bin back in here too. We have got this thing packed all the way. This is right underneath the bottom bunk there. Now the newer versions
of this trailer actually now have an outside kitchen. In 2018, when they made this, they did not have that. So then you've got the water heater, little 3-gallon guy back here. Works like a charm, haven't had any issues with it. So the other cool thing that JAYCO does here in the back, you can see we got this little tab here. This has got our 30 amp connection back here. You can see that. The whole cable and the whole cord tucks into this little box here, and it's stored in that back pass-through area, so you don't have to worry about hooking up the wire, you know, storing it somewhere. It pulls out of there, it goes back into there. It's nice and convenient. And like I said, its box is just on the back side of this back storage area in here. Go back here, you've also got the bumper here, which we also use for storage for the stinky slinky, the sewer hose. You got your outlet here for your gray and your black water. Both of them have got pull valves on the upper sides down here to activate those. Our trailer actually came with this Sanicon system. We used it a little bit. It's what it does is it kind of masticates and kind of blenderizes everything as it's, you know, sending it out. It's actually got its own hose built in on the inside here. I'm gonna open that up and just show you here, but it's got its own hose. You hit the switch there, it runs the masticator and sucks everything through. Like I said, we've used it a couple of times. You do have to have the valve set up a certain way to actually get it to run. For us right now, if I've got time to burn, I'll fiddle with it and use it, but most of the time I just use our traditional method. Now, like I said, this is not something that typically is going to come on most of these trailers, this Sanicon system. This is actually, from what I've been told, it's a high-end upgrade. This is like a $2,000 to $4,000 upgrade for this evacuation system. So they were already getting the 19s in, so this was a year-end model and they just wanted to push it. So had the system on it. We have it, yay, we've got it. Do we use it a whole lot? Not really. Here we've also got the city water connection. It's also got a whirly in the black tank, so you hook up your water into that and it runs a whirly to clean out all the excess stuff that could be sticking in your black tank. So a good little washout there. We've also got the outside shower. In the year and a half we've had this now, we have not ever used this thing, but it's there in case we decide we want to use it. It does have hot and cold water outputs, so you could theoretically do everything out there, I guess. Also has a cable TV satellite input in case that's your thing there. You got a little coax, you can hook that up. Obviously comes with stabilizing jacks all the way around. It's got a covered underbelly, not completely insulated, so it's not all seasons rated, but extended seasons is kind of what they call that. So our trailer dry weighs 5,700 pounds. It's got a cargo capacity of almost 1,800, 1,791. So we can fit a lot in here, but if you're thinking you want a 267, figure in that 55 to 5,800 pound range for that. So the tongue weight on this guy is probably, I think it's in the 600, 650, 660 pound range, dry. Pretty much I figure at least about 15% of what's ever in here. So if you've got 5,700 plus 1,000 pounds, 6,700 pounds at 15%, you figure at least another 180, 200 pounds of payload. So this thing fully loaded is probably in that 8 to 850 range for payload. In the front here, you've got your LED light.
in case you're coming into camp late at night. Flip on the light, you've got light access down here. We've got two 30-gallon propane tanks. I've seen some of these come with 20-pounders. Just depends on what they have. This one also has a crankjack, and we've thought about upgrading to power, but not really needed. We find we've had friends that have power, and they can actually, it takes them longer than it does us to be able to jack up. You'll see battery boxes here on the front. It's got a battery tray. We opted to upgrade from one battery to two 6 volts to be able to do boondocking, and we will go over that in a later video. So when the awning's out, I'm not going to take the awning out today, but when the awning does come out, it also has 2 speakers up there that and they're built into the awning, so when they telescope out, it actually puts the sound towards the ground, so you're not blaring out all your neighbors with your music. Speakers sound just fine when they're up and running. Not a big deal with that. So yeah. On here on the door side, we actually have the fresh water station here where you can fill up your water there. You've also got 110 outlets. Also, mind you, the 110 in the whole trailer only works when you're hooked up to shore power or a generator. If you're running off of batteries, you are not running off of anything that looks like a house receptacle. So with having the versatility of being able to sleep multiple people in here, with us having our 2 older teenage kids plus ourselves, this setup seemed to be the most versatile. We got a pretty decent deal on the trailer. We've had a little bit of hiccups with it, but nothing extremely painful. Not a lot of what I've seen other people dealing with out in the community with these new trailers. But it's been a great asset to us. It's already in the first year allowed us to do a lot of exploring, take it to some places. Definitely have taken it to a couple places, which I won't mention, that we probably had no business taking it to, but it's weathered it so far. It's taken it in stride, so we can't be any more pleased with this trailer. If you have any other questions regarding JAYCO or our 267 BHSW, go ahead and drop us a line in the comment box here. Let us know if you have a JAYCO or if you have a 267 and kind of what you think about it. But for us, we've done pretty good with ours so far. So if you like the videos that you're seeing and you're excited about camping adventures and all things travel, make sure hit that subscribe button. Smash that notification bell if that's what you do, so you don't miss a drop when we drop a video. We really try hard to drop a video at least once a week, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again. Bam.